In UFC 264, it's going to be the rubber match. Mm-hmm. And I'm asking you who you think is going to win.
McGregor.
How about that?
What?
Yeah.
No, man, he's on a slide. He's going. You want to put some money on this?
Yeah, I do.
Boneless dry ribs at the Four Seasons.
Ooh, let's do it. This is a statement for him. If he loses again, he's done. He really needs to win. I think he's focused.
Must win for Conor McGregor.
Must win.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It is. Good morning, Canada and Canadian sports fans around the world, although we're going to talk some global sports today. Nice work, guys. Real nice work on the intro there. And Clark warned me. He's like, we got a new one coming for you.
Yep.
How about that?
How about that?
The Moose is here. The Moose is loose. It's the RP Show, episode number 523 of Canada's daytime sports talk shows, coming to you out of the bunker here. And I was going to say, how was your weekend? But we were together for a lot of it.
Yeah,
so.
It was great.
So therefore, it was fantastic.
That's right.
So coming up today, we got a lot of topics to get to. The quick six weren't enough. I got way more topics than that. So we got to get busy here in the warm-up for Ecole Electric. I want to tell you that coming up on the program today, Darren Dreger, one of our favorite guys, TSN NHL insider, plus the president and CEO of the CEBL, Canadian Elite Basketball League, Saskatchewan Rattlers. Why, you ask? Why are you having the president, Brad Kraft, on? Because tonight, they are opening their doors to fans at SaskTel Centre tonight, the home of the Rush, the home of the Blades, now the home of the Rattlers. Tonight, they got the Edmonton Stingers in there. And I'm pumped to see how we got here.
Oh, I know.
And I'm sure the other sports people want to know what's the template here, guys. So that's coming up. Now, before the quick six, we do it every Monday. It's our photo album from the weekend. I submitted some photos. You submitted some photos. I don't know who else submitted some photos of our weekend. It's the Great Western Brewing Company RP Show Summer Photo Album. And I'll read the tagline in a moment. But what do we got, Clark? Let's see these photos from the weekend. Okay, there it is from the Four Seasons, and I'm with the Greek Freak, two guys named George, and that's Moose on the left, and we're enjoying some most of the crowd had cleared out there, by the way, but that was Saturday night UFC 264, because the joint was packed.
Oh, yeah.
It was full.
They were turning people away at the door.
They were turning people away at the door, so happy days are here again. That was the Old Bull and the Young Bull. That was Saturday morning. Big Bird lined up against Tweety Bird. Actually, the plates of that newer yellow Jeep were Tweety. There's a Tweety in its dash. Look.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I like how you said that. Old bull, young bull. That's
right.
Good.
Well, there's a joke about that.
Yeah.
You know that, right? This is the Great Western Summer Photo Album. This was Sunday morning. Coffee with some of the Greeks. Well, what do you think they were talking about? Football. And then it came around to hockey, of course. That hat I was wearing, bottom left is the Knuckles nylon lid.
Nice.
Limited edition. You can't buy these in stores. So that was a snippet of my weekend. What do you got? Oh, these are fan ones. Thank you, Clark. Nice work. So this was submitted by Adam up near Theodore. He was making hay. Literally making hay.
I love that.
Well, the sun shone. Okay, let's roll. Thanks for sending these in, by the way. This was the Grey Cup Fun Police guys. They said this is the first time they've gotten together in over a year. They all got together, and it looks like they pounded some Great Western there. So, and that was Susan. She was by the pool on this hot weekend, and I appreciate everybody. Nice work, you guys, pulling this out of the fire, because it was like 30 minutes ago we did this. I guess you didn't get your photo in. Huh?
That's okay. I'll post
a little later on.
I'll post mine on Instagram. And
so, by the way, share with us how you're enjoying the summer and get a chance to be featured on the RP Show by using the hashtags RP Show and GW Beer Summer. Great Western Lager is the new great tasting beer to enjoy this summer. Locally made. Get your Great Western Lager at a store near you. And I'm going to get into your comments in a moment, but please, let's hit the quick six show topics. Jordan, thank you. Well, number one, I think you know that these are topics of importance to me. Maybe not in the world, but these are of importance to me. So number one is the home run derby tonight. And you know what I immediately think? Chris Berman. Are they going to dust off Boomer to call the play-by-play on ESPN tonight? Because I immediately, as soon as I hear HR Derby, I think back. And after like the third home run, I'm sick of it.
I know. Everyone, back. Oh, it's so good.
You come up with something, yeah.
It's iconic, but yeah. You got to just wait. You can't use it for everyone.
But it's Boomer and Berman. So, yeah. So, Darren's like, hey, I was on the lake all weekend, paddleboarding, kayaking. I don't know. What do I need to know about the home run derby? So I'm going to tell you. Okay? The Shohei Ohtani show at Coors Field tonight starts with the All-Star Home Run Derby, with fans wondering how far the Angels' two-way sensation and other sluggers can hit the ball in Denver's thin air. Ohtani leads the majors with 33 home runs, his most recent blast being a titanic upper deck drive in Seattle over the weekend. He's the top-seeded contestant in an 8-player field that also includes 2019 champ Pete Alonso, Juan Soto, Matt Olson, Trey Mancini, Joey Gallo, the Canadian, Salvador Perez, and local favorite Trevor Story of the Rockies. There's 8.
Okay.
Vladdy's not in it. But we're still going to be watching, right? That's the poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. Will you be watching the Home Run Derby tonight? And what are they saying on Facebook, Moose? What are they saying? Or do we know yet?
Doesn't look like we know yet. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
67% say no.
Come on!
It's always fun.
Twitter, 68% saying no, they're not going to be watching the Home Run Derby. So clearly, it's not their number one.
Has the pitcher
topic.
ever won the Home Run Derby?
No. This guy's doing things that nobody's ever before done, as you know.
Yeah.
It's the
wild.
first time that a guy's gone into the All-Star game as a pitcher and a hitter. So, yeah, that's number one for me, and that's tonight. Okay, let's move on. Point 2. CFL training camps opened over the weekend. We were talking in our morning meeting that we're enjoying the coverage across the land. What can we say? They're running around in the sunshine, and you would think that everything's hunky-dory. Cody Fajardo's throwing. Brett Lowther's kicking field goals. Everything seems fine. So we're happy that the CFL's back.
That's right.
Point 3, Martavis Bryant listed on the Toronto Argonauts suspended list on Saturday, which got alarm bells ringing because it's not the first time Martavis Bryant's been suspended by a league. The Pittsburgh Steelers, great. But he's with the Argos now, or he's trying to get with the Argos now. But as we learned over the weekend, he's having passport issues getting into Canada. If I may, as a guy who worked in the Canadian Football League for 20 years, the American players, a lot of times, they don't have a passport. Why would I need to leave America? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying Martavis Bryant is that, but he's had some issues in the past. I think we all know that. So Martavis Bryant's trying to get into Toronto. That's the deal with him being suspended. And I think we all want to see him. We want to see him get there and play,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe the other
absolutely.
receivers don't want to see him get there. But
Well, it's such a big group of receivers, so many names on that list. So that'll be the most interesting position battle of any across the entire CFL, is that Argonauts receiver group. And we really want to see Martavis Bryant as part of it. Absolutely.
I'm going to sprinkle in a few of our viewer comments here. Dan Bergson says, hey, from Brandon. Howdy, Dan. And hello to Brandon. Mike Horrigan in Toronto says, no to all things All-Star game related in all sports. Woo! Aren't you a lot of fun? A wet blanket, some would say.
Yes.
Nelson Vo, our content curator, says, Carl Ravitch is on the call for the Home Run Derby tonight. He's pretty good. He's one of ESPN's main voices, and he called KBO baseball last year.
That's right.
How about that? From his living room.
How about that?
Chris Bird in Toronto says, I spent the weekend in central Ontario, and then it just slipped off the screen. Sweeping up dead mosquitoes and inhaling PIC. What does that say?
Yeah, PIC coil smoke. Is that from is that the anti-bug repellent things?
Oh,
those candles, maybe?
Okay.
That's my guess.
Now that he says that, yeah. Well, hey, sounds like a typical summer weekend for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I got to move along here. Point 4. Stories come out from 3downnation.com this morning, and I had it sent to me by several players. You can go to 3Down Nation right now and read it. See, some CFL teams are denying players their wage subsidy payments. And so they just got over the potential for illegal workouts last week. I think we covered all that. And now they're not paying the guys their wage subsidy. And the players are sending that to me. As is in my commentary this morning on Cat Country and Rock 98.5. I'm trying to stay out of this. I got other things to talk about and worry about. But the players and the agents are sending me all this information because it's not right. What's sad is, do you really care? Do you fans really care? What did Jeff the Stamps fan say last week? He said, hey, they're playing games. Everything must be fine. Why are you pointing out the problems? So I'll tell you what. There's a clank coming from the engine, but let's just turn up the radio and let's go. Come on. Isn't that what we do?
Yeah.
Let's not listen to the noise.
I've always said that's the best mechanic is a good stereo, right? Just crank it up louder than the problems until the car doesn't move anymore, though. That's the other problem.
No. The problems fix themselves. Didn't you know that?
That's what I've been told. It's... here's the thing. I don't think teams would withhold subsidy payments, if it was not allowed somewhere under some loophole or if it wasn't legal, right? I don't think that there's illegal activity happening here. But if you're operating in bad faith, that's a complete different game. And I don't have time for that. So clearly none of this has been communicated with the players, and they're surprised, and it's kind of operating in bad faith.
It is. I think with last week's workout that may or may not have been legal, I think it was an oversight because I know the guys that were involved. But if the Riders pay those players and the Alouettes too for their full season salary, then there won't be a problem. But we just don't quite know if that's going to happen yet. But I suspect that the players will get paid. But as far as not paying the players and getting them their benefits, it's just like, wasn't Nike found to be a sweatshop? Didn't kill them. You still wore their runners, sneakers, whatever you call them in America. I've been told that they don't call them runners in the States.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. You don't care. You don't care. Making minimum wage. Whatever. Play ball.
When the tickets are sold and you're at the game, you're not going to really worry about these issues. And that's what I always think about, was whether it's the XFL, whether it's this issue. Do the fans really care? You know,
that's what I'm asking.
They don't want to hear that the game's in trouble. The business of this game is in trouble because the game that they watch every weekend is great. The players and coaches and the on-field product is fantastic. So they don't want to hear that there's other issues.
Let's turn up the radio and step on it. Sean is watching from Game Plus Television, downtown Toronto, and he says, Sean McCormick, right? Head of programming there? Regarding the home run derby tonight, he says, I'll be tuning in as background noise tonight. I wish there was a little more personality in the derby tonight. I'm going with an Ohtani-Olsen final. Let's do it. We're going to be watching. We all want Shohei to win, don't we? No, wait a minute. Joey Gallo, I think. He's a Toronto guy, Sean. A lot of people don't like Joey Gallo, though. Whatevs.
Yeah.
Hey, the warm-up, by the way, is brought to you by Ecol Electric, your complete electrical distributor with locations in Regina, Estevan, Swift Current, Yorkton, and Moose Jaw. Ecol Electric, let's get to work right after coffee. I got to get moving here. 0.5, McGregor-Poirier. So it was Saturday night. We went to it. You saw the photo from it. I don't know how much to say other than I don't think Conor McGregor is a nice guy. I find him infinitely entertaining. Best part of the night was Poirier just surgeon-like in the interview after, just eviscerating Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
And everything that he said was so philosophical and deep. I'm like, I love this guy. But I'm like, why are you interviewing Conor McGregor when he's sitting in the corner with his ankle flopping like this? He's in shock, and you're interviewing him. That's wrong. Don't you think?
Joe Rogan's crouched down. So, Conor, tell me about that ankle.
Oh.
I'm surprised Conor didn't start, giving it to Joe Rogan a little bit, but he wanted to give it back to Poirier, and then Poirier was giving it to the fans too. Yeah. Everybody that was booing him. It was, you know what? It was wildly entertaining, and all that happened after the fight. Usually, it's a lot of respect, right, between fighters, even when they hate each other. These two really hate each other, and it did set up another meeting if they want it.
Yeah.
It did set it up.
Well, and I hope that it happens, but it was just a lot of fun. Hey, the comments have come in on that CFL news. William May, watching in Lloydminster, says, more negative talk on the league and teams. Let's play ball. That's what I'm saying. Who cares if the players aren't being paid or they're in unsafe work condition? Who cares? Just play. Why would I even bring it up, Darren? What's wrong with me?
I know.
You don't care as fans? 0.6, the Euro 2020 championship game on Sunday. Yes, I watched it. I was encouraged to do so. And you know what, Moose? I didn't hate it. It was fun. Yeah. Now, I tuned in late because I was watching a Rattlers game, a replay on Sunday on Access Television, and then I flipped over with about 85 minutes was up on the clock. So what does that tell you?
Okay.
5 minutes to go?
Yeah.
Yes. And then I went to overtime, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. 1-1. I think I would have liked to have seen them be a little more urgent in their play. But I went to penalty kicks. And, not that I'm any expert here at all, but Italy won 3-2. And I see people are writing in about the guys that missed the kicks for England. They're being threatened racially and all this stuff. And people are asking what's going to happen to them. I hate seeing the racial stuff, but at least I can say it's not just us. It's happening over there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Is it ever going to go away? Probably don't think so. But anyways, I enjoyed it on Sunday, and I watched it, and I'm trying to expand my horizons sports-wise. So thank you for encouraging me to watch. Wimbledon, go.
Novak Djokovic won, and now he's tied with Federer and Nadal for the most all time. He's just so good. He's so good. And the Italian didn't have much of an opportunity in the final. And away we go. Canadians took a really big step with Felix and Dennis both reaching the quarters, and Dennis obviously getting to the semi. They're really, really close. So tennis in this country is really, really strong.
Djokovic is the guy that nobody likes, right?
Not a big fan.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
And for that reason, I like him.
Good.
He's got pizzazz. He's got chutzpah. And I was happy to see him win. Jeff, the Stampeders fan, says, for those who have ever noticeably broken a bone, Rod just described it perfect. It's the shock, not the pain, that gets you initially. Right? Only been in sports my entire life. If you ever want to know anything, ask me. I know stuff. Didn't even get to NBA Finals. Didn't even get to the National Football League, which incidentally, there's nothing going on in the NFL. But I'm watching ESPN every day. Get up. That's all they're talking about.
Of course.
Just pointing that out. So for the leagues that want to go away for a while and just hide, go ahead. But the NFL is going to come in and eat your lunch. But just on the NBA Finals thing, the Suns are up 2-1. We got a series. Watched that one last night. You sat with a couple of Greeks the other night. Did you notice how they talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo like he's family?
Oh, yeah. No, it's true. It's really true. They think he's one of their own.
Talking about Yanni. They call him Yanni.
I know. Like, insane. And the Bucks needed that win. I mean, you can't go down 3-0. So game 4, it might be the series, right? Mm-hmm. Game 4 might be the series. I mean, the Bucks can take this thing right over.
We got Dregs coming up next, and I just see people want to get into this, and this might be a good topic today. Where is it? Oh, Chris Bird in Toronto says, worst way to end any kind of championship game. And I think Jeff, the Stamps fan says, so if penalty kicks work so well in soccer, why can't they in hockey? I'll answer, because it's supposed to be a team game, not a skills competition or have individuals win or lose it, because look what's happening to the guys that missed their penalty kicks. Now they're being threatened physically, racially. So why doesn't hockey want it? Because hockey are supposed to be a team game. That's what's wrong with it. But soccer will go on until Friday if they don't. So they got to have a shootout in soccer. Boom. No charge. You're welcome. This has been the warm-up for Ecole Electric. Dregs next. And Brad Kraft from the Rattlers pro basketball team coming up in hour 2. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
You're watching Rod Pedersen on demand. For more of the Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.